So welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name's Allison. I work in healthcare and I currently live on the South Shore of Boston, and I post a lot of lifestyle and personal finance content. If you enjoy any of that, feel free to give me a like and a follow. Today I will be going over exactly how I budget my paycheck. I recently I've been posting a lot on TikTok about my personal finance journey, and those videos get a lot of views. So I figured I'd come on here and make a longer video on exactly how I budget for my paycheck and how that all breaks down, how I decide how much goes towards what, and yeah. A little about me. I work in healthcare, and I currently live on the South Shore of Boston, in that area, which is very expensive. Inflation and everything, it is just getting insane, and just knowing where my money is going is super helpful. I hope that I can sort of help others if they're in the same boat. But anyway, let's get started. I get paid bi-weekly, or every other week. Total income for this pay period is going to be $2,050. The very first thing that I do is save for my rent. Since I get paid twice in the month, I will save half of my rent from the first paycheck and half in the second paycheck. And so it's July right now. I save in July for August's rent. My first paycheck of the month was July 7th. I saved $400 for rent from that paycheck. This paycheck is the 21st. I'll save $500 for rent in this paycheck, which brings my total is $900. So I plan and save from each paycheck to pay for next month's rent, because I don't want to have to pay $900 from one paycheck for my rent. I get a lot of comments on that. That is my portion of the rent. I live with my fiance right now, so we share the rent. I do pay a little bit more than him, I make more than him, and I have less debt than him, and I find that equitable. I saw a video recently that put it really well. Like, we split equitably, not equally. At this point, like, we're planning our life for our future. If me paying more helps him pay off his debts faster, that makes way more sense to me. Our total rent, if anybody cares, is $1,650. So I pay $900 of that. But anyway, that is the first thing that I budget for out of my paycheck always. The second highest thing that comes out of my paycheck is my high yield savings account. I have been putting $500 into my high yield savings account. Unfortunately, is going towards my master's degree right now. Every 3 or 4 months I pay for the next semester of school. I did not want to take any more student loans, so I've just been planning. I count how many paychecks I have between when I paid my last bill and the next bill, and see how much money I need to save each paycheck to be able to just pay for school and not have to take any more loans. Unfortunately, that means that I'm not really saving anything at the moment, because that is just going to pay for school, but I'm investing in other ways, and that will hopefully help me in the future. Having a higher degree, who knows, like, honestly. I'm almost done, and then that money will be able to be just saved elsewhere, probably to buy a house. After that, I put $150 into a Roth IRA, which, if you don't know, is basically a second retirement fund. I forgot to mention, the income that I'm getting is taxed, you know what I mean? Like, I get taxed on it, and I contribute 9% to my 403b, which is what healthcare workers pretty much get, a 403b, which is essentially very similar to a 401k. That's pre-tax. A 401k is a pre-tax retirement account for, like, medical, dental, like, all that stuff comes out. A Roth IRA is a tax free, I don't know if that's technically the right term, retirement account. So I put money in there from now until like when I'm 65, whenever, and then when I go to take that money out, because it's already been taxed, I don't have to pay taxes when I take it out. It's good to put your money in it as early as you can because you want it to compound, which basically means as the stock market increases, you're getting dividends, you're getting money from it, and it's going back into it, and then your money's growing without you putting any more money into it, essentially. You know, as the younger you put money in there, the better. So I'm trying to contribute as much as I can to that. You can put in $6,500 a year, and I'm trying to put that much into it. I don't think that's gonna happen this year. That I'm probably gonna have some expenses coming up, and I'll probably bring that down to like $50 a paycheck to contribute. Again, anything that you can contribute and invest now when you're younger is amazing. So that's my only suggestion to anybody wanting to plan for their future. That was kind of a ramble, I am aware. I put $150 into my Roth IRA right now. The next thing I contribute to is a joint high-yield savings account that I have with my fiance. Just increased that to $200 each paycheck because we are getting married next year, next June. It's July, and we're getting married next June. So we have a lot of things to pay for between now and then. We want to pay for most of our wedding ourselves. My biggest thing though, and I saw this on like a lot of these like wedding pages, is like when people start to contribute a lot of money to your wedding, they feel like they have opinions and they get to make decisions and whatever. My parents have done so much for me that I don't want them to feel like they have to pay a crazy amount for my wedding. But anyway, so we're trying to save as much as we can ourselves in a high-yield savings account for now till next year, so that we can finish paying for the venue, the photographer, flowers, etc. Also, because this is the second paycheck, I have a list, all of my recurring subscriptions, so like Hulu, Amazon Prime, Planet Fitness, and my other bills, like when they're due, because I pay the electric bill as well. And I split that up between like which bills have to get paid from my first paycheck and which bills have to get paid from my second paycheck. From my second paycheck, I need about $35 for subscriptions. And then I also budget out roughly $35 for my cats, because I have 2 cats and they need food and they need litter. I get auto delivery from Amazon, cat food and cat litter. So I did the math and that comes out to roughly $35 during this pay period. Speaking of, oh my goodness, he wanted to say hello. Those items are the things that are basically constant each month, and that comes out to $1,420. That amount is spoken for, okay? So then if I do 2,050 minus 1,420, I get $630. So that is the money that kind of like gets played around with, I guess, so to speak. I like to leave myself roughly $300 just in my checking account for the 2 weeks, and that usually is enough to cover groceries, and because I split with my fiance, and gas, which obviously doesn't leave me with much like fun spending money, but we're grinding for now. That's the other part of it. We are budgeting for now so that we're better off in the future. That's just what's working for me right now. That leaves me with $330 put towards debts, invest, pay for other things like our honeymoon, which I wanted to put some of this money towards, but unfortunately I put more money on my credit card that I probably shouldn't have. What I usually do is take a look at the big picture, see what things that I should really start to put the money towards. So I bought a new camera, and I did put that on a credit card, but that card has 0% interest right now. One of my other cards, my Chase credit card, has $200 on it. That one has interest. So I decided to put $230 towards credit cards. Then I'm also on a student loan payoff journey. If you follow me on TikTok, you know that I'm trying to pay off my student loans by the end of the year. Decided to use the other $100 towards my student loans. I still have one more month until interest starts accruing again, so I've already saved, I think, $2,200 to put towards my student loans, sitting in my high yield savings account for now, so that I can get one more month of interest on that. That is the current budget breakdown, and like how I kind of decide what is going where, what money is going where. I don't know. I think it's helpful to write everything out, write down your recurring subscriptions. It also helped me cancel some of my recurring subscriptions. And when you think about it, even if it's $10 a month for 12 months, that's an extra $120. So I hope that you maybe found that interesting or helpful, or you're like, girl, yikes. If you enjoyed this video, sort of found it interesting, kind of like me, I don't know, maybe just follow me or like the video even. Until next time, thank you for watching. I don't know how to end these videos.